Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of this series. In this video we are going to practice our Python programming. We are going to be solving some lead code problems, like the most common problems that we see in interviews. So we are going to be from the easiest one to the more complicated, so this will be quite easy. It's one of the first one. I hope you enjoy it. I will try to upload one video, 2 videos a week maybe, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, this is the first video, and okay, here's the first problem. Given an integer array nums, return true if any value appear more than once in an array, otherwise return false. Here we have an example, 1 2 3 3. We have should return true, and in this second example we don't have any repetition, so we should return false. Okay, right now I can think about 3 ways to solve this problem. We are going to be from the most brute force to the most efficient one. Okay, so let's start. The first thing we need to do is try to think about this problem. How can we identify two duplicates? Okay, the first thing that I am thinking is like I will loop through all the elements in the array, and I will see if the first one is equal to the second one. If that's the case, I will return true because we have a duplicate. If that's not the case, I will go the first one with the third, the first one with the fourth, and so on. Compare each one of the items. How can we do this? Okay, so we need to create a for loop for, I don't know, let's say I in nums. So I have all the, no, I don't want in nums, in range, length of nums. Why I don't want I and nums? Because I want to keep track of the index. I want to keep track of the index so I can compare the first with the second, the first with the third, the first with the fourth, and so on. Okay, that's it. Okay, now I have the first one. Now I have to compare with the second, with the third, with the fourth, and so on. So I need another loop that starts from the next item after I. Okay, so I need to start from the second, third, fourth to compare with I. So I need another for loop for, let's say, j in range. Okay, here's the tricky part. I need j star one position after I, because if I start in the same place, I will compare I, so I will compare the first position with the first position in the first iteration, and it will give true. So I need to start one position after. Okay, so in the second index. How can we do that? We can say I plus 1. Now we start in the next position, length nums. Okay, now we go from the second to the end. Now, what do we want to do? We want to compare if nums in the I position, in the j position, it's better, it's the same. It's equal nums in the I position. If that's the case, it means we found a duplicate. Okay, we don't know in which position, but there's a duplicate there. So we need to return true. If none of this happens, it means our string, our list doesn't have any duplicates, so we need to return false. Okay, let's try and see how it goes. Give run. We have an error. I'm trying to assign. No, we don't need to assign, we need to compare is equal. Okay, and there you go. This is the first solution. But as you might see, this solution is a little bit not efficient, because we are trying to loop twice in this array. Imagine if this array have like 1 million items, it will take forever. And also this is O and n squared because we have two loops, and we can do it better. How can we do this better? The second solution that I can think about is with the famous hash map. Here, let's try to do a hash map. How can we do this with a hash map? Okay, the first thing is we need to remove this. Okay, we need to remove this because we don't want, we would try to iterate through each element. Okay, to do a hash map, what I'm going to do is create a dictionary. For every item that appears in my string, I will place it like a key in a dictionary. And if this key repeats, I will just increase a counter in my dictionary. So this way I will have not only the duplicate, but I also will have how many times it gets duplicates, you know? So how can we do this? So let's create our hash map, for example. Hash map, it will be a dictionary. We have our hash map. So now we're going through every items in the list. So what can we do now? Now we say if I in hash map, if the number is in the key of the hash map, I will, let's try not in my list of hash map. I just will create a new one. Okay, so hash map with this key will be equal to 1. It appears 1 the first time it appears. Else, in case it doesn't appear, I will say hash map in I plus equal 1. Okay, now what I do here, if the element I in the num array is not in hash map, I will create a new entry in my hash map and we'll put it number 1. If appears, so if we have this item in our hash map, I will just increase by 1. So, but that's not what they are asking for. They're asking for to return true if no, return true is here. If not, return false. Okay, that's it. Let's run it because it will return true here, because if we are increasing our counter, it means that we already have this number in our hash map, so it's a duplicate. Okay, let's run it. Great, you have the second way. This way is a little bit better than the first one because you can see here we only go through the list only once. So this is notation O n, no n squared, so they will be way much faster, better. But there is another way that we can do this even better with saving much memory, because if you see here, we are creating a new variable to keep track of our duplication. We can do this without create any new variable. And how can we do that? How can we do this without creating any new variable? Okay, in Python, we have this data structure named set. What is a set? A set is an array that not contains duplicate. And one of the functionalities of this set, and they are also invariant, but that's not the case in this example. One of the functionalities of this dataset is that you can convert a list into a set, and what it will do, what it will do it will remove all duplicates. So how can we do this in this case? So what I will do in this case, it will be like if, and I will ask, for example, len of the set of my list. So what I'm doing here, transforming my list into a set. So if the num list have any duplicates, it will remove it because now it's a set. Now if I remove all the duplicates and the length of my set is exactly the same of the length of my list, this means that my original list didn't have any duplicates at the beginning, right? So I need to return true. If not, return false. We run this. We have an error. Why do we have this error here? Length of my set. Oh, it's the opposite. If the length of my set is not equal, because if the length is equal, we should return false because not have duplicates. So I just got it the opposite way. So now you get it. This is the correct solution for this case. This is the most efficient, memory efficient and time efficient. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.